Hello, hello. My name is Sharp Eyes, and this is.
This is your boy Orc.
Alright, this is your boy Orc. And we will be casting a game today with our lovely, lovely Saidin, who is a Master Terran player. So without further ado, let's get this started.
It's your boy.
It is your boy, not
It's
mine.
WeCastSC2.
We do indeed.
You play WeCast.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
So it does seem like we are waiting on Saidin over here.
Yep.
Oh, actually, we're waiting on me.
Yep.
Alright, looking like a Terran versus Protoss here on Derelict Watcher TE. Let's go ahead and switch to the right channel.
Derelict Watchers.
Alright, alright. Orc, go ahead and introduce us to our players.
Alrighty then. In the bottom left, we have a red Terran, Saidin. And in the top right, we have our teal Protoss, Arbiter.
That was quite an elongated Arbiter there, but
Yep.
it was very fitting as the Arbiter was actually one of the best units in StarCraft 1 Brood War.
Indeed it was, young man.
I mean, all you can do with the Arbiter is freeze people in place forever.
Yep, and that was pretty OP.
Very OP indeed. Alright.
Indeed it was OP.
Indeed. Alright. Going back to the Terran player, we do see that he is making some SCVs.
He's building stuff, that's what people do. Same Protoss is building stuff too, That is the current meta. You build stuff.
Both players are building stuff, but it does look like Protoss will not be going Nexus first. Orc, is Nexus first ever a good idea in PvT?
Nexus first is really bad in every single matchup. Yep.
Alright, so Nexus first is very bad because it is very risky and you could actually just get killed.
Yeah, man. If your opponent scouts you doing that cheeky shit, as my friend, I don't even know what his name is, Charles would say, you're just dead, man.
You're just a dead fish floating in a bloody pond.
Yep, and that's very descriptive. And we might lose a few viewers because of that, but it's gonna be alright.
It's gonna be alright. Since the Terran player is actually scouting.
Well, yeah, of course that's gonna be alright for sure, because he is scouting, so,
The interesting thing is that the Protoss player actually did not scout this game. I actually wonder why.
He is too Gosu for his own good.
To Gosu for his own good indeed, as he will finally be scouting here at the 21 supply mark.
Notice how he is scouting though, but instead of, you don't have to build an engineering bay, but he should have been denying his opponent building his Nexus, and then he should just scout with his Reaper. Because you'll take damage on your Reaper, but you can see the whole Protoss base, and then you can just get out and it'll regenerate. So I think that was a little mistake on the part of him. And then the biggest mistake I've seen for the Protoss is obviously he hasn't scouted. So that's what I'm seeing so far in this game. But Protoss, yeah, did a one gate opener with a Nexus. It's pretty standard. Red isn't really mining too much gas yet. He's just got one. I think he might have forgot or he's busy doing other stuff. There he goes. And one racks expand is also pretty common. Yeah, and making a second racks as of right now.
Second racks. Or judging from this gasless, or not gasless, but gaslight build, what unit composition would you expect the turn to be going?
Oh, I think he's definitely gonna go bio. That's for sure. But this reactor, while it is good for the most part, this is a pretty, I think this is a pretty good Blink Stalker map, judging from what I see like the base layout looks like. So, I mean, putting on a reactor on your first racks and not making Marines, like, is really susceptible to getting, you know, Mothership Core with Vision, and then getting Blink Stalkered and dying. Like, yeah, if you went 3-gate Blinks, or, I don't really know, I think it's, because you can 3-gate pressure, or you can go, I think, on 2 base, or even 1 base. I think it's like 4 gates, Blink Stalker. If you do that, and like, so he has 1 reactor and 1 tech lab, he only has 2 raxes, he'd pretty much die. So that's kind of one weakness of his build.
So it looks like getting this early reactor here could make him very vulnerable to some early pressure.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, yeah, he has the front guarded, which is good, but if the Protoss had Blink, it'd be pretty bad for him. I think, actually, I'm not sure. I think I don't even know on this map. Actually the Stalkers probably can't blink up from the low ground, can they? That's something I actually don't know.
Yeah, it looks to be pretty high. I'm not sure if they can actually blink up here.
Yeah, okay, so then everything I just said is just not true, anyway.
But it is speculation.
That is speculation, yeah, indeed. So he's getting a stim. That's good, +1. This is all very, very standard. This is like basically the same stuff any Terran would be doing. Getting his factory, he's probably going to put a reactor on and then swap it out with a starport, so he can have 2 medevacs producing at a time. He is getting turrets up, which is good for DTs. I don't know if he scouted what his opponent was doing, but he's obviously going Stargate. There's an Oracle on the way. What do we got from the Protoss? We got Robo, so yeah, and 2 forges. So before you take over, yeah, that's going to be a pretty standard game, and we'll see how much this Oracle can do, but my guess isn't a lot.
Alright, Oracle comes in, gets shot at by those 2 missile turrets, and will be retreating.
Yep. Yeah, pretty good defense from Red. My only pet peeve is if he had 2 oracles going into his main base, that turret really isn't in the best spot, because you could pick off all the gas workers and the people on the outer, the last mineral on the edge, mineral patch, I mean. So I usually put mine right in the mineral line.
Right inside the mineral line. Should provide better range for the missile turret.
Yep, and it gives more coverage too. Like, we'll see right here, if he goes in with the Oracle, he should be able to get like 4 SCV kills at least. Looking like the Oracle is moving in. We'll be taking out 1 building SCV, 2 SCVs possibly, 1 Marine. But it does look like Red's army has responded rather quickly and will be driving out the Oracle. Yep. Pretty good defense. Combat shield's almost done. He's obviously going heavy bio. Getting at his add-ons, which is good. Almost has all of his gas. He should be starting to build his 3rd by now, though. And he definitely has enough resources for it. Protoss chronoing his upgrades. Is he 1-1 yet? No, he's almost at 1-1 though. Getting Colossi, yeah, this is about as standard as a game as you can get. Getting his Twilight Council, so he can either get Storm or, you know, pretty much, well, you have to get a Twilight Council to get 2-2 and 3-3, so that's probably the main reason. Thermal Lance, but here we have Red moving across the map.
Red is moving across the map with 2 medevacs up in front. Not sure if they're actually too much in front. Oh, it looks like he is pulling back with his medevacs. Protoss, does the Protoss see this one coming? He does not see this one coming. And the Terran player will move on in, possibly. Looking
with the Colossus popping out, this attack's gonna do nothing. Especially with Nexus Cannon. is that what it's called? I don't even know.
I think it's called the
Photon overcharge.
Photon overcharge.
The abilities in Nexus Cannon? Who the fuck cares? Anyway, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Alright, so it looks like Red's army is pretty tiny here, and with this Colossi, I'm not sure how much damage Red's attack will be doing, but it does look like Red is positioning his army for a nice concave there, which could be pretty good.
Yep. He should have. He's getting another starport, which is really good, but his 2-2 is really late, and he doesn't have an armory yet, which is pretty big, because you have to start getting the Viking attack upgrade. Yeah, I don't see an armory anywhere. He's building his third just completed, which is really good because he's containing the Protoss now, and he basically already has a third up, even though it's not mining, because it's completing his base. There's his armory, so his armory is going to finish at about, I don't know, near 14 minutes. That's not the greatest timing, but he's doing everything else pretty well. He needs a reactor on a second starport, though. Because he's not getting pushed to his base yet. He's only containing the Protoss. So as much as making Vikings, you know, at 3 at a time, 4 at a time would be better, and playing a little bit more defensively. He's taking his third though right now, which is really good. Protoss almost has 2-2 done, which is good. Legs is essential. He's almost has that done. I do not see a Templar archives though, so there won't be any storm anytime soon.
Now, is it pretty hard to go both High Templar and Colossi on 2 base?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's definitely doable.
And
if you can drive.
And it looks like there's an engagement here. Zealots heading in the charge. These Colossi back here are doing insane amounts of damage with these Zealots up here just tanking this Marine fire here. But it does look like there will be some reinforcements coming from the red player, but I don't think that they're enough. And the red army here is just running back at full speed. Oric, what are your predictions for the future of this battle?
Well, it's not looking too good for Red right now, but I think because he sent us the replay, he's going to end up winning, so yeah, that's a minor spoiler.
It is looking like these Colossi will be firing down some units here. But it actually looks like the Protoss has backed up a little bit and has tossed down his third.
Yep. He's got 3-3 on the way, which is good. He still does not have a Templar Archives, and Storm just completely wrecks Zerg and Terran. So that's a little surprising. Yeah, and he's got enough resources to it. I guess his micro is just slacking. But yeah, judging on that Red's watching, he's in this game, and he sent us this replay. I'd be really surprised if he doesn't win, but there should be Protoss with 3-3 and Terran with still 1-1. That's my prediction anyway for like the final fight, and that'll be really surprising if the Protoss loses with a 2-upgrade advantage, but we'll see.
We will see, and it looks like a 2-pronged attack here, dropping at both his third and his main. We'll see how the Protoss responds to this. The Protoss will be sending his entire army here to the third base, and will be wiping out this drop, but it is looking like some damage has taken place over here at the main. Looking at the units lost tab, we see a few workers have been killed here by this drop over here.
But the Expo survived, and he might kill the Twilight Council. I don't even know if he'll target it down. Okay, there he goes. He gets it, which is good. But I mean, Legs is already done. 3-3 is pretty much done now. Actually, Red might actually lose this game. I mean, 5 Colossi is a lot, and he only has 3 Vikings, so I might be wrong again, as always. Here we go.
Alright, it looks like the Colossi are melting down this Bioforce. 2 SCVs trying to do something, they die. It does look like the Protoss army is moving into the third base of the turn here.
No,
looking,
2-2 isn't done for the Terran yet, and the Protoss has 3-3, so it's 3-3 versus 1-1.
and it looks like Vikings are moving in here, taking down one Colossi, taking down two Colossi, taking down another Colossi. Will all these Colossi go down? It looks like they probably will, as the Vikings outnumber the Colossi, many to few. But it does look like the Protoss has eliminated the ground forces of the Terran player, and will be taking the game.
Yeah, pretty good game. A few hiccups from both players, but overall they both played fairly solid. Just if he had 2-2 that last fight, it would have been a little bit better. And then one thing I saw in his play that is a lot like mine is you definitely need ghosts. Even if you just make, I don't know, 2 or 3, just get the shields off of their whole army, or if not their whole army, definitely their Colossi, so they die faster, and then you can either have an easier time all around, or you can kill the Colossi and then have, you can land your Vikings and have more army to fight with.
Absolutely. So yeah, it actually does look like the upgrades played a big part in that battle, as well as 1-1 versus 3-3 is pretty harsh.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world if you're at 1-1 and your opponent's at 2-2, or if you're at 2-2 and your opponent's at 3-3, but if you're 2 upgrades behind, unless you have a really, really not even a cost-effective army, but a really, really, good unit composition in your army that completely counters your opponent, you're going to have a pretty hard time if you're down by 2 upgrades. Yeah, so that's never where you want to be.
Never where you want to be, indeed. All right, my name is Sharp Eyes,
And this is Orc.
and we